what goes around in the ward. Hospitals are often places of quiet strength. Beneath the buzz of machines and the beeping of monitors, there's a rhythm, a heartbeat, kept alive by the nurses who work tirelessly, day and night. Among them was Nurse Amar, a woman whose warmth seemed to wrap around her patients like a blanket. She smiled often, spoke gently, and listened with the kind of attention that made even the most anxious patient feel safe. Amma wasn't just skilled, she was kind to everyone. To the cleaners, the junior staff, even the difficult patients no one else wanted to deal with. Her kindness wasn't selective. It was her way of life. But not everyone in the hospital shared that light. One of her co-workers, Nurse Lydia, was known throughout the ward for her sharp tongue and cold-as-ice attitude. She rarely smiled, rolled her eyes at others' mistakes, and wasn't above humiliating younger nurses in front of others. Most of the staff did their best to stay out of her way. She even treated Amma with indifference, often scoffing at her kindness as if it were a weakness. "You'll burn out quickly with all that sweetness," Lydia would say with a smirk. "This is a hospital, not a playground." Amar never responded with anger. She believed that kindness was not about how others treated you, but about who you chose to be. Still, it wasn't always easy. There were days when Lydia's attitude cast a shadow over the whole team. Her negativity made communication hard. People felt on edge around her. Mistakes increased because younger nurses were too afraid to ask for help. Amma often found herself being a peacemaker, patching up both medical issues and emotional wounds. Then, one rainy Tuesday, something unexpected happened. Lydia had just finished her shift and was gossiping loudly with another nurse about a colleague who had made a small medication error earlier in the day. She wasn't even whispering, just talking as though the entire corridor were her private lounge. "She acts like she knows everything," Lydia sneered. "But did you see her today? Completely messed up that prescription. If I had done that, I'd be suspended. But of course, she gets away with it because she's everyone's favorite." As she walked, distracted and ranting, Lydia didn't notice the freshly mopped floor ahead of her. There was a yellow caution sign in clear view, but not to someone too busy looking behind them. Instead of ahead, her foot slipped. In an instant, she crashed to the floor, dropping her bag and knocking over a trolley beside her. The noise echoed through the hallway, drawing eyes from every corner of the ward. Nurses rushed over, one even ran to call for the doctor on duty. Ironically, it was Amma who got there first. Without hesitation, she knelt beside Lydia, gently asking her to stay still. Lydia groaned in pain. Her ankle looked twisted. The embarrassment on her face was undeniable. Amma didn't mention the gossip. She didn't comment on the fall. She simply stayed by her side, calming her, helping her breathe through the pain until help arrived. Later, as Lydia was wheeled off to get an X-ray, her eyes met Amma's. For the first time, her expression wasn't hard, it was soft, maybe even ashamed. That moment left a mark, not just on Lydia, but on everyone who had seen it. People began to speak quietly about what had happened, not in mockery, but in reflection. It was a moment of karma, clear and simple, not because someone wished harm on Lydia, but because life has a way of reflecting back what we put into the world. When we speak negativity, it clouds our vision. We lose focus, direction, and sometimes our footing. Amma, as always, remained quiet about it, but others noticed, and over time something changed. Lydia was never exactly friendly, but she became softer, more cautious with her words, more respectful in meetings. She even asked Amma for help with a difficult patient once, something no one had ever seen her do. The hospital didn't change overnight, but a small shift had begun. All because one nurse chose kindness, even in the face of cruelty. And because sometimes karma doesn't come with thunder or lightning, it comes with a slippery floor and a yellow sign we chose to see.